G'day everyone and welcome back to another day in the shed. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different and go through some of the things I found on the weekend. I often go garage sailing on the weekend, something I like to do on a Saturday morning with the family and see what we can find. This week we've got a few varied things, which is kind of cool. I'm one of the sort of people who goes in garage sales, has a quick look. If I can't see what I want, then I'm straight back out the door. But anyway, to start off, I'll talk about these little Hot Wheels cars I got. Always been a big fan of Hot Wheels since I was growing up. What year are these from? 2003. So 35th anniversary of Hot Wheels. And I don't remember these ones growing up. I can't remember if I had them or not. But the bloke was selling them for $3 a car. So I thought, in the original packaging, that's pretty good, $3 a car, especially when you buy them in Australia for about $2 per car anyway, most of the time. So we've got a Dodge concept car up the top. So this fella here is the Dodge concept car. It's obviously got a bit of yellowing on the packaging, but over time, that's sort of almost to be expected. And I might pull it out of its case. 12-year-old me would be crying right now, but it might come out of its case. We'll see what happens. Next one we got is a Cadillac Eldorado. What year? 1959 Cadillac Eldorado. It's a pretty cool car, this one. I think they might also all have maybe metal. They might have metal bodies on them. Sorry, metal chassis. Maybe. The only reason I'm saying that because it says metal collection, which is a bit odd because they're all made of metal most of the time. So the bodies, that is, anyway. And this last one was a first edition, which they don't do first editions anymore. 2003 first editions tyre fryer. And that's a pretty cool casting as well. And this one, don't know if I'll be able to get it to do it, but the top comes off it, so you can see in the engine. No, it's not going to do it. But anyway, the cover comes off, so you can see the engine. This one's a really cool one, actually. Nice little dragster. Pretty good for $3. Next up is a Kodak point-and-shoot camera. So it's called a VR35, and it's in really good condition. I brought it from the same sale that I got the Hot Wheels cars from here in town, and I'd never sort of seen a Kodak point and shoot like this anyway. So I looked it up, and it's from the mid 1980s, I do believe. And anyway, so you pull that up, which is kind of ultra 80s. And it's a 35mm f2.8 lens, and it's also got written Kodak Ektar lens. I'm assuming that's just to align up with the film that they'll, I don't know. There's still Kodak Ektar around now, so not sure if this was purpose built for that film or just a bit of a gimmick. But anyway, it's a pretty cool camera. I've been using it over the weekend. So yeah, pretty cool little camera. Wait and see what the first roll of film looks like. I've got Kodak 200 in there at the moment. So we'll see what that looks like. And the best find of all was there was a boot sale on in town, and the first thing I saw was this little, big box on the ground filled with records. And I'm like, here we go. And usually, you get the old Beethoven or country music or whatever else they've got sitting in there, and which of course was the first sort of few records in there were all classical music and all that sort of stuff. And then I got to the Beastie Boys, and I thought, well, that's a bit different. You don't normally see Beethoven and Beastie Boys in the same collection. So anyway, pulled that one aside, and what's it? It is Beastie Boys Solid Gold Hits. So it's got two records in there, 2 LPs. Then we've got another favourite of mine. Well, actually, I've never heard that one, but this one is a favourite of mine. and that's America, America's Greatest Hits. I absolutely love this album. Reminds me of Sunday drives in the country, this one. They're all in really good nick too. Well, good playing condition anyway. The covers, as you're about to see, could be better. One of the greatest albums of all time. AC/DC's Back in Black. This one I played last night, plays really well. The case has obviously seen better days. It does have an insert that is... So there's Angus and Malcolm and the boys on the back there. And the album was in really good condition. It's obviously been well played, but was still, yeah, good listening condition. So anyway, I pulled about 4 or 5 of these albums aside, and I said to the lady, you know, how much you got on these records? And she's like, oh, just $2 an album. And I'm like, oh, okay. Which is a pretty damn good price. Some of these are worth a fair bit of money. Others are, you know, might be 40 or 50, 60 bucks, but some of them are worth up to $300, which you'll see. This one, Fleetwood Mac, one of their big albums with hits like Rhiannon and Landslide, which everyone knows. Michael Jackson's Bad, which I haven't got any other Michael Jackson albums. And it wasn't in its sleeve. And something which you don't get anymore is the lyrics. So that is pretty cool. And by the looks of it, there's no major scratches, or well, there's no scratches at all really on this one, so I'll give it a play when I get a chance. Another classic album from Fleetwood Mac, which I just gave away, Rumours. Probably their best album. Then we've got a few ZZ Top, Eliminator, Split Enz, True Colours, a big Kiwi band, Bob Marley, Best of ZZ Top, ZZ Top Afterburner. Remember, all these for $2. Alice Cooper 80. And this one, what was this one called? Flush the Fashion. And pretty cool photo on the back there. The next one, I don't even remember picking it up, but anyway, here it is. Talking Heads. Another one, pretty cool album. Bob Seger. And then this one's my absolute favourite out of here, and it is very rare. It's hard to get even in Australia, and that is the AC/DC's second album released in Australia, and that's TNT. So this one came out in 1975. The first album, High Voltage, also came out in 75, but it was much earlier. This was a later album in the year. And it's very hard to get your hands on. Even, like I said, here in Australia, it's still very difficult to find. And I've looked for a lot of record collections, and I've probably only seen another one of these probably 10 years ago, and that was in Queensland. And that was before records had sort of come back into fashion again. And the reason you know that it's the original pressing is that it's got that, I don't know what the centre bit's called, but anyway, this centerpiece is blue and it's got a little kangaroo in there. So a little kangaroo. Albert Studios. It's an awesome record, this one. And it's got some pretty cool... Well, this one also contains all the lyrics. And it's also got little bios of the boys. So Bon, Malcolm, Angus. Who else have we got at this stage? Mark Evans, is it? Phil Rudd, obviously. And yeah, Mark Evans was on bass at this stage. So it's got songs, It's a Long Way to the Top, Rock and Roll Singer, The Jack, Live Wire, TNT, Rocker, Can I Sit Next to You Girl, High Voltage, and School Days. Kiss, Hotter Than Hell. Huey Lewis and the News. Another one of my favourite albums, Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. Creedence. And last but definitely not least, I grew up absolutely loving this movie and could watch it on repeat, Blues Brothers. So there you go, that was this weekend's fines. Spent a total of, what was that, $40, plus another about $13 there. So it's $5 for the camera, $3 each for the cars, $2 a record, and I got 22 records, so $44 there. And I'm shocking at maths, so I'm not going to add it all up. But anyway, see you next time when I go through another garage sale and see what I pick up.